Hello and welcome to 2023 YDSC IRL race number 3 for the Soaring Spring. I'm your host, Sour Power. Over in the production booth, we have Dragon's Eye Media, and race managing today is Eclipse and High Voltage. We are going to get things started super quick. We don't mess around here. Get these pilots flying. They are antsy over there, getting ready to go. We are sponsored by NCAT, the National Center for Autonomous Technologies. We are also powered by LeagueOS. If you're looking to start an esports team or already have one going and need some awesome software, go to LeagueOS.gg. That's LeagueOS.gg and find out more information. Also, you can go, if you are looking to fly like these pilots who put in a lot of time, a lot of energy, you can go to fly.youthdronesports.org. That's fly.youthdronesports.org. Go ahead and send us an email or go ahead and reach out on Discord, and we will get back to you with some more information. All right, without further ado, here we go. Here is heat number 1 lineup. We have... right here, we are hosted right here at Washburn. That is Washburn. So coming all the way from Washburn, we have Grandpa Stanley. Grandpa Stanley, where's your drone? All right, you got a black frame, purple canopy. Go ahead and plug it in. Let me see the LEDs, and then you can unplug and wait. We will get this down pat more and more as I'm getting used to doing all this, but this way we can start knowing. All right. All right, we got the purple color. All right, awesome. Next up, coming all the way from Apple Valley, we have Viper. Viper. You have the white frame and no canopy. What color? Go plug it in for the camera. Awesome with the red LEDs. All right. Up next, from the tiny turbines and running the stream along with Gabe is Shy Dragon. I told you we're getting pump up music. All right, we got the pastel pink with the low profile canopy and pink LEDs. Awesome. All right. Last but not least, coming all the way from also the tiny turbines, we have Squirkit. Squirkit with the blue frame, no canopy, and blue LEDs. All right. So we have Grandpa Stanley with the black frame, Viper with the clear frame, Shy with the pastel pink frame, and Squirkit with the blue frame. All right, pilots, go ahead and plug in, and let's get this party started. Here we go from our new launch gates, or launch pads. Get ready for Heat 1 of an epic blade-to-blade battle. We are going to be running these pilots in 2 separate heats. We are doing 5 rounds of qualifying. Then we will total those up, and the pilots will be going into mains, all the way from E mains all the way to A mains. We'll explain those as we go. All right, here we go, pilots. Pilots, goggles down, thumbs up. I got 1, I got 2, I got 3, and I got 4. All right. Here we go. Pilots, arm your quads. Here we go. On the tone in less than 5. Boop. And we're off. Viper with the whole shot, followed by Grandpa Stanley and Squirkit coming down. Oh, Viper goes down there for a second. As we are coming around, Viper trying to pick up speed and stay in that first spot. They are all flip-flopping as the midair central right there. Who's going to make it out? We got Viper with a little bit of a lead, followed by Squirkit and P2. Viper crashing. Here comes Squirkit. Oh, Squirkit and Shy Dragon get it into it. And here comes Grandpa Stanley. It's all about being smooth and not running into other drones. Viper's already way ahead on lap number 2. As we now have Grandpa Stanley. Squirkit is stuck. Shy moved up into P3 right now, but stuck. Viper on their final lap. Here comes Shy Dragon. Viper through the split S, through the Solemns, now through the staircase. Here comes Grandpa Stanley. Grandpa Stanley looking like he lost a little bit of RSSI there. Viper, did you go through the big gate? Okay. Viper with P number 1. We got Grandpa Stanley down, and here comes Shy. Shy overtakes with 1 lap to go. Grandpa Stanley on their lid. Grandpa Stanley flips over. Is it enough to catch up to Shy? As Shy is a super smooth pilot. Here comes Shy around. Trying to stay on mid-airs, but here comes Grandpa Stanley, only a few gates behind now. Grandpa Stanley having a little bit of quad issues. Shy down to the split S. Through the Solemn now. Here comes Grandpa Stanley. Remember, it is all lefts through that pilot. You got to go back and do that again, Grandpa Stanley. You missed. And Shy takes P2. Nope, other flag. Other flag all the way over, the first one. All right. We will have a pilot walk you through that section again up over there because you came over to the other one. But we did have, in first was Viper. Second, Shy Dragon. Then we had Grandpa Stanley and Squirkit. Go ahead and pick up your drones. 2-minute countdown. 2-minute countdown. All right, here we go for heat number 2. Let's introduce these pilots as we come down, and then we will just be back-to-back racing. So, coming from the tiny turbines, we have Eclipse. Eclipse with the purple frame. Technically no canopy, and purple LEDs. Awesome. All right. Coming from Highland Park, we have Boomer. Boomer, come on down. All right, go ahead and plug it in so everyone can see the LEDs. We got a black frame, purple canopy, and I would stay off the battery right now, but is it blue LEDs? Purple? Okay, awesome. All right. Then we have from Holy Angels, we have King Lee. King Lee, come on down. King Lee with the blue frame, black canopy, and I think it's rainbow LEDs. Rainbow LEDs, awesome. All right. Then joining us from St. Louis Park, we have High Voltage with the clear frame, clear canopy, and greenish LEDs. Awesome. Bluish greenish. All right, go ahead and plug in pilots. I have High Voltage with the clear frame, Eclipse with the purple frame, King Lee with the blue frame, and Boomer with the black frame. Get ready to start Heat 2, round number 1. I have goggles down, thumbs up. I got 1, I got 2, I got 3, and I got 4. All right, here we go, pilots. Pilots, arm your quads. Here we go, on the tone in less than 5. Boop, and we're off. High voltage with the whole shot. Not far behind is Eclipse as they both take that wide. Eclipse not far behind high voltage as Kingley is still on the starting blade. Oh, got Pilot going down right there as we're coming down, having a little bit of issues. Boomer, but here comes Eclipse. Eclipse overtakes high voltage. Here comes Eclipse down the stairway. Here comes Eclipse, lap number 2. High voltage, lap number 2. And we got Boomer working all the kinks out of their new quad. Here we go. High voltage overtakes just by a hair. High voltage taking it quicker. Here come. Oh no, it's still Eclipse. Eclipse down in the stairway. High voltage goes down. Oh, Eclipse goes down. Is it enough? Will high voltage catch up? High voltage is right behind. Here we go, coming down. Oh, Eclipse goes down again. Here comes high voltage. Oh, high voltage misses, but here comes Eclipse ends up taking out through the triple threat. Here comes high voltage through the triple threat. And we got Boomer back on the tricky section right there. As we are coming around, Boomer going down, high voltage, and Eclipse still battling it out. Eclipse still in P1, but here comes voltage. Boomer going down. Here comes Eclipse, and Eclipse takes it. Oh, voltage goes down. Voltage has 2 gates to go. Boomer having a little bit of issues, and there goes high voltage P2. Here comes Boomer. Let Boomer get some more practice in with brand new quad. We got Kingley with a little bit of drone issues that are going on, which will end up taking P4. Amazing flying for all these pilots out there. So we got Eclipse P1, high voltage P2, Boomer P3, and Kingley P4. There we go. All right, nice flying, pilots. Got a 2-minute countdown. And we will get heat number 1 going again. Round number 2. Each of these heats will go 5 times. These are 65 millimeter from motor to motor drones. They are just palm size. We got 3 pilots ready to go. Waiting on our 4th pilot. All right, don't plug in yet, pilots. We are doing a battery change, and it has nothing to do with a drone. Amazing flying by all these pilots today. They put in the time and work super hard. This is not easy to do. Not easy whatsoever. These pilots have been here for years flying. There are newer pilots as well who come in. All right, I'm looking at, you got about a 20-second countdown, and then we go with or without the 4th pilot. We got Shy Dragon coming. She is also running all of the production stuff. But we will have Shy Dragon from the Tiny Turbines, Viper from Apple Valley. We have Grandpa Stanley from Washburn, and Squirkit from the Tiny Turbines. Go ahead and plug in, pilots. Get ready to go. We will be doing a lot of racing today. All right, Squirkit with the blue frame, Shy with the pink frame, clear frame is Viper, black frame is Grandpa Stanley. Here we go, pilots. Pilots, arm your quads. Here we go, on the tone in less than 5. Boop, and we're off. Viper with the whole shot, followed by Grandpa Stanley and Shy and Squirkit as they are coming around. Viper with a little bit of a lead, but not far behind is Grandpa Stanley as they are going through midair central. Viper are ready. Oh, Viper crashes through the staircase. All these pilots just need to keep it nice and smooth. Here comes Grandpa Stanley. Not far behind. Oh, Squirkit overtakes Shy just by a little bit. Only by a few gates. Oh, Squirkit goes down. Shy is coming through the triple. Grandpa Stanley out of the triple threat. Here we got Viper ready coming through to the triple staircase. Viper crashing right before the start-finish gate. Coming out, and then we have Squirkit going down. Shy keeping it nice and smooth. Shy already coming over. And Shy into the triple. Grandpa Stanley coming around. Grandpa Stanley goes down. Commentator curse. But here comes Shy Dragon, not far behind Grandpa Stanley. Here comes Viper, and Viper finishes P1. As we have the race right now, Squirkit trying to work out some issues there coming down the ladder. But right now, we have Shy Dragon and Grandpa Stanley going blade to blade. Squirkit coming around on the triple threat. Oh, Grandpa Stanley. Oh, we thought Grandpa Stanley was lost behind that. But here comes Grandpa Stanley. Here comes Shy. Shy Dragon. Only a few gates to go. Going through the downward spiral. Right behind Grandpa Stanley. And Grandpa Stanley. Shy Dragon. And here comes Squirkit. Awesome flying, pilots. So we had Viper, Grandpa Stanley taking P2 that time. P3 goes to Shy Dragon, and Squirkit in P4. All right, 2-minute countdown. Up next, we have Boomer, Eclipse, Kingly, and High Voltage. Boomer, Kingly, and High Voltage. It is a 2-minute countdown before we go. If you are ready, we will, of course, be going ahead and going right away. All right, got 2 out of 4 pilots. We have a 40-second countdown. 40 seconds, pilots. Boomer, High Voltage, Eclipse. Well, it's gonna. All right, we got Eclipse. We got Boomer. We'll talk later. High Voltage. Ten-second countdown. 10 seconds. Just waiting on King Lee. Might be working on some drone issue stuff that's been going on. All right. Well, that was magic. All right. Remember, heat number 1 is on deck, but here we go. We have King Lee from Holy Angels. We have Eclipse from Tiny Turbines. We have Boomer from Island Park. And High Voltage from SLP. So to go through for my brain again, we have Boomer in the black frame. We have Eclipse in the magenta frame. Clear frame goes to High Voltage. And blue frame goes to King Lee. All right, pilots. Goggles down. Thumbs up. Here we go. Heat number 2, round 2. I got 1 thumb. I got 2, 3. Try to unplug real quick and plug back in. Oh, yeah. All right, here we go, pilots. I'll give a couple seconds. Let Eclipse give me a thumbs up. Everybody else is good. All right, I got 4 thumbs. Here we go, pilots. Pilots. Arm your quads. Here we go. On the tone in less than 5. Boop. And we're off. High Voltage with the whole shot, followed by Eclipse. Then we have Boomer and King Lee still trying to arm as we are coming around. Eclipse and High Voltage. Eclipse goes down. They were battling blade to blade. Here comes High Voltage down. Here comes Eclipse down the ladder. Voltage goes down. Oh, Eclipse makes it through nice and smooth. Slow is smooth. Smooth is fast. Oh, we're having some issues. Oh, there you go. Use that cord. And we have Boomer getting used to a brand new drone out there. All right, Eclipse and P1 right now. Trying to keep it nice and smooth. Boomer flipping on their lid. Voltage having a little bit of issues. Some of these pilots haven't flown for a little bit. Coming through. Voltage having a little bit more issues. Here comes Eclipse. Eclipse flipping. But flipping again, a little bit of a midair. That was unfortunate for Boomer that time, flipping on their lid. Here come Voltage down on the ladder, coming through the gates. Yep, I made it a little awkward right there on those 2 gates. It is an outside. If you look at your lines, outside on those 2 gates. All right, and we have Eclipse kind of finishing in P1. Eclipse in P1. Now it's up to Boomer and High Voltage. High Voltage ahead of Boomer. High Voltage coming down into the cascading staircase. Here comes Boomer and High Voltage. High Voltage in P2. Let Boomer finish up. Boomer coming through. And Boomer in P3, bringing King Lee into P4. So we have Eclipse P1, High Voltage P2, and Boomer P3. All right, up next, 2-minute countdown starts for Shy Dragon, Squirkit, Viper, and Grandpa Stanley. High Voltage, Squirkit, Shy Dragon, and Grandpa Stanley. I rely way too much on my sheets to tell me who is up. I do. I'm so used to doing like the race managing and everything that I used to do that. just need a little mic. Whoever's writing everything down. You can like tell me, all right, who's up? Oh, yeah. All right. Still waiting on Grandpa Stanley, but that's all right. Other 3 pilots are ready. Got a minute and a half, pilots. Minute and a half. No. Somebody is missing. Oh, both my race managers aren't here. All right. Grandpa Stanley. Waiting on Grandpa Stanley with a minute to go. Eclipse. All right, here we go. We got all pilots. All right, go ahead and light them up, pilots, for another blade to blade. We go round 3. We got Squirkit with the blue frame, Viper with the clear frame. We have Shy Dragon with the pink frame, and we have Grandpa Stanley with the black frame. Black, if I can even talk. All right, pilots, here we go. Goggles down, thumbs up. I got 1. I got 2. I got 3, and I got 4. All right, pilots, here we go. Pilots, arm your quads. Here we go, on the tone in less than 5. Boop, and we're off. Viper with the whole shot, followed by Shy Dragon. They all took it kind of wide there. So we got Viper, Shy. Looks like Squirkit, then Grandpa Stanley. We will find out here in a second. We got Viper. Missing the one gate, going back through and doing it again. Here comes Squirkit. Squirkit seems to have a better working drone this time, followed by, not far behind, is Shy. Then we have Grandpa Stanley going down through the cascade. Here we go, lap number 2. 3 pilots and Grandpa Stanley. And then we have Viper. Viper with 1 lap to go. The other pilots are battling it out right now. Squirkit having a little bit of a fumble up there. We'll see who makes it out. Got right now Viper in P1. Squirkit and... oh! And Viper takes P1. All 3 of the pilots. Oh! Looked like Grandpa Stanley came out of that first, but here comes Shy. Squirkit having a little bit of issues. Commentator's curse. Coming back through, we got Shy. Then we have Grandpa Stanley. And then we have Squirkit. Coming on through. And... was that 3, Squirkit? Because I thought you had 1 more to go. Shy. And Shy takes P2. Grandpa Stanley followed by P3. Squirkit coming around. Only a couple gates to go. So we have Viper, Shy, Grandpa Stanley, and Squirkit. Awesome flying pilots. All right. Up next, heat number 2, round 3, Boomer, Eclipse, Kingly, and High Voltage. right, go ahead and light them up, pilots. We got high voltage with a clear frame. Boomer with a black frame. Eclipse with the pink frame. All right, pilots. Goggles down, thumbs up. I got one. I got two. And I have three. All right, pilots, here we go. I have Eclipse from the Tiny Turbines. From SLP, we have High Voltage. And from Highland Park, we have Boomer. Pilots, arm your quads. Here we go. On the tone in less than 5. Boop, and we're off. Oh, Eclipse with the whole shot right over High Voltage. And there's Boomer right behind, starting to get used to this quad as they are going through the fun wind tunnel there. Going through midair central. Who will come out on top? High Voltage, Eclipse, or Boomer. We got High Voltage P1, Eclipse P2, but right behind them is, High Voltage goes down. That takes Eclipse in P1, Boomer in P3 right now. That's all right. Voltage goes down again, but here comes, Boomer goes down, giving a little bit of leeway to Eclipse right now. Here comes Boomer P2, and Voltage in P3. Eclipse trying to keep it nice and smooth through the cascading staircase. Here we go with 1 lap to go. Is Eclipse in first. We have now High Voltage in second. And Boomer saves it from the abyss. And we go right now. Still same order is Eclipse P1, Voltage P2, Boomer in P3. Here we go. Eclipse trying to keep it nice and smooth, and Eclipse finishes P1. Here comes Voltage, but not far behind is Boomer. We have Voltage coming around. And Voltage in P2. And here comes Boomer with only a little bit to go through a little bit of a tricky section right there with the battery issues going on. Boomer only a few gates through the cascading staircase. Only 2 gates to go. The battery can do it. I know it can, Boomer. Here we go. One more gate. One more. There we go. Boomer P3. All right. We got like a minute 37 countdown. Minute 34. Minute 34. Up next for heat number 1, round 4 is Shy Dragon, Squirkit, Viper, and Grandpa Stanley. Shy Dragon, Squirkit, Viper, and Grandpa Stanley. This is the YDSC Soaring Spring Race number 3, 2023. Hosted here by our awesome friends here at Washburn. Big round of applause to Washburn for letting us host our race. We will be back here in 2 Saturdays, same time, 10:30 a.m. Central Standard Time. Looks like the pilots are ready. Go ahead, plug them in. Grandpa Stanley with the black frame. Viper with the clear frame. Squirk-It with the blue frame. And Shy Dragon with the pastel pink frame. All right, pilots. Goggles down. Thumbs up. I got 1. I got 2. I got 3. And I have 4. All right, pilots. Pilots, arm your quads. Here we go. On the tone in less than 5. Boop. And we're off. Viper with the whole shot, followed by Squirk-It, Grandpa Stanley, and Shy Dragon, as all 3 of them are coming through the triple threat over to Midair Central, who will be the last drone standing through that section. So far, we got Squirk-It going down, but Viper P1 right now. Squirk-It, Grandpa Stanley, and Shy Dragon battling it out. We got Squirk-It P2, Shy Dragon P3. Right behind is Grandpa Stanley and P4 as they are battling it out on the staircase. Grandpa Stanley and Squirk-It go down, letting Shy Dragon squeeze up into the P number 1 spot. But here comes Viper. Viper is on their final lap, as we have Shy Dragon P2, Squirk-It trying to catch up to Shy Dragon. We have Grandpa Stanley looking like they are stuck in the abyss and cannot even get out of that. Here we go. Shy Dragon and Squirk-It has a little bit of a fumble up. Viper has a fumble up with a couple to go. And we have Shy Dragon after all that in P2. And Squirk-It in P3. Here comes Viper. Viper takes P1 that time. P1 for Viper. Let's see if Shy will keep it smooth or if Squirk-It will catch up and take away P number 2 as they're battling back and forth. I would just save your battery, Grandpa Stanley. You are stuck. Coming around, Shy Dragon with a sizable lead. Squirk-It trying to catch up. Not that far behind, but only a few gates. Here comes Squirk-It down the downward spiral. And we have Shy Dragon P2. Squirk-It made a huge recovery back with only a few gates to go here. And Squirk-It in P3. That makes Grandpa Stanley in P4 that time. So we got Viper P1, Shy Dragon P2, Squirk-It P3, Grandpa Stanley P4. One more round to go for heat number 1. But first, before we get to that and start totaling these up next for heat number 2, round 4, we have Boomer, Eclipse, Kingly, and High Voltage. 2-minute countdown has been started. If you are looking to fly, you can go to fly.youthdronesports.org. That's fly.youthdronesports.org. You can create a free account. Go ahead and click on that Discord link and hop over into our super moderated Discord to find out more information, or you can just send us an email from there. If you are looking to start up, we are also powered by LeagueOS. That's LeagueOS. If you are looking to start up an esports team or have an esports team at a school looking for some awesome software, you can go to leagueos.gg. That's leagueos.gg for more information and their Discord link as well. All right, another round of applause for Shy Dragon and Gabe with Dragon's Eye Media for an awesome production. And race managing is High Voltage in Eclipse, trying to race and manage at the same time. All right, those little touch screens, huh? All right, here we go, pilots. High Voltage in the clear frame. Eclipse in the magenta frame. Boomer in the black frame. And King Lee having a few issues on their drone. All right, pilots. Here we go. Goggles down, thumbs up. I got 1, I got 2, I got 3. I got 3 thumbs, meaning good video. That's what happens when the pilots give me their thumbs. Here we go, pilots. Pilots, arm your quads. Here we go, on the tone in less than 5. Boop. And we're off. High voltage with a whole shot only by milliseconds over Eclipse, followed by Boomer as they are all into the mid-air. Central there. Little bit of a tornado going on. We will see who claws their way out through this blade-to-blade battle. Oh, we got High Voltage taking a little bit smoother than Eclipse, but High Voltage and Eclipse. Oh, Eclipse goes down, giving High Voltage a little bit of breathing room. And here comes, Boomer goes down. Eclipse takes back P2, and Boomer back into P3. Anything could happen, though. Here comes Voltage in first. Voltage almost out of the midair section, but we do have Eclipse and Boomer trying to battle it out as well. Eclipse overtakes, but here comes Eclipse having a little bit of fumble up. Is that enough? And here comes, Eclipse misses the gate. Voltage hits the gate. Here we go. Eclipse on their final lap. Here comes Voltage on their final lap. Boomer falls out of the air as they were making up some time. It all comes down to this. Final lap, final lap. Here we go. They are trying to not let their nerves get to them. Here comes Eclipse with a little bit of a sizable lead, but not with that. Closing the door. Only a few gates to go is Eclipse. Here comes Voltage. And we have, Eclipse almost missing that one, but gets P1. Here comes High Voltage. High Voltage was only a few gates to go, missing that one. Boomer making some work. High Voltage in P2. And that puts Boomer in P3 with only a few gates to go. No acro. Here in the YDSC, you will be disqualified for that. And here comes Boomer. Boomer really starting to hone in on the new drone. And Boomer gets P3. So we have High Eclipse in P1, High Voltage in P2, Boomer in P3, and we'll give a P4 to King Lee. All right, pilots. Here we go. Final round for both heats. Heat number 1. Up now with a 2-minute countdown. We have Shy Dragon. We have Squirkit, Viper, and Grandpa Stanley. Squirkit, Viper, Shy Dragon, and Grandpa Stanley. This is their last qualifying round before we go into our mains. Don't plug in quite yet because you still have about a minute to go, pilots. Minute to go. Here comes Grandpa Stanley. Go ahead and plug in when you're ready. We have Viper with the clear frame, Grandpa Stanley with the black frame, Shy Dragon with the pastel pink frame, and Squirkit with the blue frame. Some epic blade-to-blade racing. This is the last round of qualifying. Remember, points do count here. Points do matter. All right, pilots. Goggles down, thumbs up. I got 1, I got 2, I got 3, and I got 4. Here we go, pilots. Pilots, arm your quads. Here we go. On the tone in less than 5. Boop. And we're off. Viper with the whole shot, followed by Shy Dragon, Grandpa Stanley, and Squirkit. They're all trying to keep it nice and easy. Squirk it on their lid, doing a little bit of break dancing, whoop dancing. We call these little 65mm 1S micros tiny whoops. Squirk it looking like having a little bit of issues there. Looks like a little bit of an RSSI issue. Meanwhile, Viper's in first. We have, ooh, that looked like a little bit of a midair. We'll see who comes out of this first. Looks like Grandpa Stanley. Grandpa Stanley in P2. Got Shy Dragon in P3. Commentator's curse there, and it looks like Squirkit is out, so that will put Squirkit in P4. So right now we have, oh, Viper. Viper knew when I was getting ready to talk about them. Messing up twice. Will that close the door? Viper trying to come around. Oh, Viper missing it. As we come around, and Viper takes P1. Squirkit and Grandpa Stanley, nice and smooth, having a little bit of issues there. It's going to come down to this. Going through the solemn. See if Grandpa Stanley can hold it together. Coming through. Grandpa Stanley P2 that time. Shy Dragon coming down the cascading staircase. Few gates to go. And Shy Dragon in P3. So we have Viper P1. Grandpa Stanley P2. P3 goes the Shy Dragon, yep, and Squirkit P4. All right, pilots. Go ahead. We have a 2-minute countdown. 2-minute countdown. That would be for Boomer, Eclipse, Kingly, and High Voltage. I thought I called it wrong. My brain went. All right, so far, after 5 rounds of qualifying for Heat 1, remember, this is only unofficial because we still have this last round to go. Right now in 4th place, we have Squirkit with 19 points. With 14 points in 3rd, we have Grandpa Stanley. In 2nd with 12 points, we have Shy Dragon. And in 1st place with 5 points, we have Viper. Remember, these will get jumbled up as we finish and total them out, and then we will go into our mains. Boomer, Eclipse, and Voltage. Y'all ready? .4 seconds, 22.4 second countdown. Go ahead and plug them in. This is the last one. It will count. We have Eclipse in the magenta frame. We have High Voltage in the clear frame. And Boomer in the black frame. right, pilots. This is the last round. We're getting ready to go. All right, we got juice now. All right, goggles down, thumbs up, pilots. I got 1, I got 2, I got 3. All right, pilots, here we go. Pilots, arm your quads. Here we go, on the tone in less than 5. Boop, and we're off. We have Eclipse just over high voltage with the whole shot there. Eclipse and high voltage side by side. Boomer not far behind. Boomer just trying to keep it nice and smooth, letting these two battle it out, and hopefully one crash. Eclipse goes down. Means high voltage, and high voltage is in P1. Looks like Boomer in P2 right now, while Eclipse is recovering, but Boomer does go down. Is that enough? We got high voltage coming down the cascading staircase, coming around, trying not to listen to me as I go back into lap 2 into the triple threat. Meanwhile, here comes Eclipse in P2. Boomer coming down not far behind through the cascading stairwell. Eclipse clipping a gate. These pilots are just trying to keep it nice and smooth together. Coming around. Ooh, Eclipse having a little bit of a mess up there. Almost does a slam dunk into the net. Here comes, Voltage having some issues. Eclipse having some issues, both in the staircase, but here comes Voltage. Voltage coming around. Doing some extra. Eclipse flipping on their lid, but getting over quickly. Boomer, high voltage, and Eclipse are in the special place in the corner where all mid-airs happen. Voltage coming around in first. Eclipse coming through. And Voltage takes P1. Here comes Boomer on their final lap. Eclipse having some issues on the downward staircase, but is it enough? And Eclipse in P2. And that puts Boomer in P3 that time. So we have high voltage, Eclipse, and Boomer. All right, if I can see high voltage or Eclipse. High voltage or Eclipse, please. If you can get high voltage or Eclipse in here, please. Thank you so much. No. Find out who's flying. Yeah, find out. Make sure everybody's before I do it to We are still tailing everything up, and we will be starting our main soon. As right now, in 8th place, we have King Lee, who unfortunately had a hard time flying with 20 points. And in 7th place, we have Squirkit with 19. Then up in, hold on one second. All right, so the way we're seated right now is in first place overall with 5 points. We got Viper, who gets seated in the A main. In P2, seated in the B main with 6 points, is going to be Eclipse. Seated P3 overall with 9 points is High Voltage. And then we have, with 12 points, we have Shy Dragon. With 14 points, we have Grandpa Stanley. And then with 15 points, only one behind Grandpa Stanley, would be Boomer. And then it would be Squirkit in 7th with 19 and King Lee in 20th. Had a couple drones go down, so give me a second to rework these. All right. We'll give a few extra minutes. So we'll start going over the way things are going to be ran. All right. So we had a few drones going down due to some drone issues going on. So the way we will run these is going to be now into our mains. We are going to do a D main. Our D main is going to be Shy Dragon, Grandpa Stanley, Boomer, and Squirkit. We are going to do what's called Chase the Ace. It's the first pilot to 2 wins. Then the top 3, they do not have to be in order. So once a pilot gets 2 wins, then we take the top 3, we add them up, take the top 3, and we move on to the C main, where sits High Voltage. Then we will do another Chase the Ace. Top 3 of that, we'll move on to the B main, do another Chase the Ace, and then, which will be taking on Eclipse. Then the top 3 from that, we will be going on to our final, which is our A main, and we will be doing a Super Chase the Ace. Then we will move on to some fun team racing. All right. Couple little changes in the channels. Boomer, you are going to F7. It will be for the D main is going to be Shy Dragon E2, Grandpa Stanley F2, Boomer F7, and Squirkit E6. You are up now. Straight through. It's like after. all right. Here we go. Only a little bit longer. We're letting one pilot fix up their drone. Normally we would just move on, but we will give a few minutes to let the pilot try to fix their drone. And then we are going straight into the mains. Then we are going into team racing. We still have a ton of batteries to fly, pilots. So go ahead, keep them charged, keep them charged. Wait till you see what I have planned, pilots, for team racing. It's going to be super duper fun. Ooh, looks like we are good to go. All right, finish changing those channels and here we go. We're going to redo a little bit of a quick introduction for Shy Dragon E2, Grandpa Stanley F2, Boomer F7, and Squirkit E6. Reason we call it out like that at first is so the pilots know that what channel they're on and who is up. We are getting ready to rock and roll. Top 3 of these pilots will be moving on. Moving on. Top 3 will move on. We will run them. Make sure you got batteries charged because we are going back to back. Any pilots out here I'm going to point to? This could go 2 times or it could go 200 times. We will find out. Because these pilots do not have to go back to back. All right, I got Squirkit and Shy just waiting on 2 more pilots. Oh no, I got Grandpa Stanley here. Grandpa Stanley just waiting on 1 more pilot. 1 more pilot. And that is Boomer. All right. No, I'll wear them though. All right, I got 3 out of 4 pilots. 30-second countdown, 30-second countdown. All right, gonna reintroduce these pilots. You can go ahead and plug it in and put them on as I call you up. So we have, with the pink frame from the Tiny Turbines, we have Shy Dragon. Up next, also from the Tiny Turbines, we have Squirkit with the blue frame. Then from Highland Park, with the black frame, we have Boomer. And from Washburn, we have, oh no, we got 2 black frames here. We have Grandpa Stanley. Wait till I get the real music going. You are going to be so pumped up and so nervous before you start flying. Remember, deep breaths, pilots, deep breaths. This is going to be for all the marbles to move on. Remember, deep breath. Slow is smooth, smooth is fast. Here we go. Here we go. Goggles down, thumbs up. I got 1. Squirkit, you're good. Boomer, you're good. Shy Dragon, you're good. Grandpa Stanley is just changing a battery real quick. In 3, 2, 1, and get ready, pilots. Put on your goggles before you give me that thumb. There you go. Make sure you got good video. All right, I got 4 thumbs. Here we go, pilots. We got race number 1 in our D main. We've got Squirkit, Grandpa Stanley, Boomer, and Shy Dragon in Chase the Ace. Here we go, pilots. Pilots, arm your quads. Here we go, on the tone in less than 5. Boop. And we're off. Squirkit with the whole shot, followed by Shy Dragon. And we are coming around. All pilots are through midair central. We'll see who fights and comes out and gets out on top as this blade to blade battle remains. Remember, do not be last. That is what it is about. Do not be last. As we have Grandpa Stanley P1. Oh, Boomer going down. Boomer trying to turtle right now. And then we got Squirkit P3, Shy Dragon P4. There goes Boomer P2. We got Squirkit P3, Shy Dragon P4. Do not be last. Boomer has a little bit of a fumble up. That puts Boomer P3 right behind a Shy Dragon. But here comes Squirkit trying to catch up. Remember, just do not be last. Here we come. Grandpa Stanley going nice and smooth. Grandpa Stanley comes around in P1. Here comes Squirkit. Squirkit with a little bit of a lead. Squirkit in P2. Boomer coming around, trying to keep it nice and smooth. Deep breaths, pilots. Deep breaths. Do not listen to me. Here we go. Then we got Boomer in P3. We got Shy Dragon now in P4. Coming around. Here we go. Here comes Squirkit. Squirkit gaining some ground here. Can Squirkit? Oh my goodness! And it's Squirkit! Squirkit right over Grandpa Stanley right at the end. Just like they do in the sim. Wow, that was a little bit. I wish I had a timer there. That would have been great. Wow, Squirkit with an ace. Then we have Grandpa Stanley and Boomer in P3. And here comes, with the commentator's curse, Shy Dragon. Only a few gates to go, and Shy Dragon in P4. All right, pilots, go ahead, get a fresh battery in, and get ready to go. We have Squirkit with an ace over milliseconds over Grandpa Stanley in second. Boomer in third. Shy Dragon in fourth. That means if Squirkit gets an ace, another ace, we tally it up. Any points that are the same, we will do a race off. However, if Boomer, Grandpa Stanley, or Shy Dragon get an ace, we take this thing on. Remember, top 3 move on. Do not listen to me as I am talking past the boop. After that, zone me out. All right, pilots. Go ahead, plug them in, light them up. Get those blades going. Here we go. This is round number 2 of the D main. Who are going to be the top 3 pilots that go on to take on high voltage? Will it be Squirkit, Grandpa Stanley, Boomer, or Shy Dragon? Let's find out. Goggles down, thumbs up, pilots. Remember, Squirkit gets another ace, we call it, and add up the points. If I got 1, 2, 3, and I got 4. If Grandpa Stanley, Boomer, or Shy Dragon get an ace, we go on. Here we go, pilots. Pilots, arm your quads. Here we go, on the tone in less than 5. Boop, and we're off. This time, Squirkit with the whole shot, followed by Grandpa Stanley, but Grandpa Stanley goes down. That puts, we have Squirkit, Shy Dragon in second this time right now. Then it looks like having a little bit of issues. We'll find out after this tornado here of Midair Central as this blade-to-blade go on. We got Squirky going down the cascading staircase right now. Coming around, but not far behind is Shy. Shy has a little bit of a fumble up and goes down. Is that enough? It looks like Grandpa Stanley overtakes Shy Dragon. And here comes Boomer. Can Boomer overtake Shy Dragon too? We will find out, and Boomer does. Oh, Boomer going down. Here comes Shy. Shy, just by a hair, gets through that without a midair. But here comes Boomer and Shy going battling. Right now, we have Squirkit with a little bit of a lead. Remember, if Squirkit gets another ace, we call it. And right now, Squirkit has a nice sizable lead, followed by Grandpa Stanley. Grandpa Stanley a little bit behind, but just trying to keep it smooth in P2 because you do not want to be last, pilots. Meanwhile, Eclipse and Boomer battling it out right now. We got Shy Dragon in third. Here we go. And Squirkit clinches it with another ace. Squirkit definitely moves on to the C main. Who's coming around? We have Grandpa Stanley. Grandpa Stanley moves on into P2. No acro, no showing off here. And it all comes down to this between Boomer and Shy. Coming around right now, Shy is in P3. Boomer, P4. Shy only has the cascading staircase to go. Will this be a race-off? And around, Shy Dragon in third. Boomer, go ahead, finish it up. Boomer in fourth this time. So they switch. We have Squirkit moving on, and we have Grandpa Stanley moving on. However, we are down to the wire as Boomer finishes out the cascading staircase. And the couple gates to go. We will be down to a head-to-head, mano-y-mano, blade-to-blade between Shy Dragon from the Tiny Turbines and Boomer from Highland Park. So take a deep breath, pilots. I'm going to write down the pilots who move on. Boomer, Shy, shake it off, get a new battery in. We're getting ready to go. 3 laps between you two. It is a race-off. You both are tied on points. It all comes down to this. Who moves on? All right, pilots. You two are good. You're moving on. Go ahead and hang back. You two can hang back and get high voltage ready. We're having a race-off between Boomer from Highland Park, Shy Dragon from the Tiny Turbines. Here we go, pilots. Go ahead and plug in those batteries. 3 laps determines who is moving on to the C main to take on High Voltage from St. Louis Park. All right. We got Shy Dragon in the pastel pink frame. We got Boomer in the black frame. Maroon canopy. Here we go, pilots. Goggles down. Thumbs up. I got 1. I got 2. 3 laps to rule them all. Here we go. Who's going on? Pilots, arm your quads. Here we go. On the tone in less than 5. Boop. And we're off. Shy Dragon with the whole shot, but followed behind is Boomer. They are both through the triple. Shy only milliseconds ahead of Boomer as they are coming through the midair section. They are side by side, coming around, going through the bottom gate one more time around the flag. Then they have a split S. It's hard to tell who's in front. Oh, Shy taking a little bit wider. Boomer, but Shy gets a little bit of momentum, overtakes Boomer. They're going back into the cascading staircase. Boomer right now in first, Shy Dragon in second. Here comes, oh, Boomer goes down. Shy has a little bit of a fumble up. It all comes down to this. Boomer P1, Shy Dragon right now P2, both on lap number 2 with 3. Here we go. Shy Dragon falling a little bit behind, but anything could happen. Here we go. Boomer only about a gate and a half ahead of Shy. Coming around. Boomer doing the split S back around. Now Shy doing the split S back around through the solemn. Here comes Shy Dragon through the solemn. Here comes Boomer trying to make it nice and smooth through the cascading staircase. And oh, Boomer goes down, flips on their lid. Here comes Shy Dragon. Shy Dragon comes around, and Boomer gets up with just milliseconds in front of Shy. That closes the gap right now. Oh, Boomer having a little bit of issues. Shy having a little bit of issues, having to come around, do it again. There you go. Coming around. We still have Boomer. Boomer flips back on their lid. Here comes Shy, and Shy goes into P1 right now. Shy over. Boomer having some issues. Has to try to get out of the break dancing. Shy coming around on the cascading staircase. Looks like Boomer is done and out and cannot turn out of this one, which brings Shy to move on with P number 1. Great, amazing flying between these two pilots. Awesome, awesome flying pilots. Boomer is also a super fast pilot from Highland Park, getting used to their new drone and settings as well. Right now, we move on to the C main. High voltage, you're going to be the channel change to F7. All right, so up next in the C main, we have high voltage F7, Grandpa Stanley F2, Squirkit E6, Shy Dragon E2. The only channel change should have been high voltage on F7. Give these pilots a few moments to do a quick channel change, and then we will go on to the C main, where we will find out where Grandpa Stanley, Squirkit, and Shy Dragon take on high voltage. All right. Shy Dragon, Squirkit, and Grandpa Stanley taking on high voltage. I know. There's a ton of that happen. All right. I got Grandpa Stanley in the black frame, Squirkit in the blue frame. Shy Dragon in the pastel frame, taking on from St. Louis Park, High Voltage in the clear frame. Yes, we will go down to the nitty-gritty on color. All right, pilots, this is for the C main. All right, pilots, here we go. Goggles down, thumbs up. I got 1, I got 2, I got 3, and I have 4. Remember, this is a chase to ace. First pilot to 2 wins. We will go ahead and call it. They do not have to be in a row. We call it, we add up the points. Top 3 move on to the B main to take on Eclipse. Here we go, pilots. Pilots, arm your quads. Here we go, on the tone in less than 5. Boop, and we're off. Ooh, we have Voltage with the whole shot. Squirkit goes flying in the air. There is no gate up there. So Squirkit will come back over, having a little bit of issues. Meanwhile, we have 3 pilots battling it out back there in the midair central. Who will come out in the top? We have High Voltage P1. Here comes right behind is Grandpa Stanley. And then right behind is Shy Dragon. Meanwhile, Squirkit looks like they are down and out. So we have Voltage P1 right behind is Grandpa Stanley in P2. Then we have Shy Dragon P3. It is all about not being last. Here we go, coming around. And we have Voltage with only about a gate lead over Grandpa Stanley, but Grandpa Stanley tightening it up, coming through. Here comes Grandpa Stanley right behind. Oh, can Grandpa Stanley overtake High Voltage? We will find out. Oh, Grandpa Stanley takes it a little bit tighter, but here they come, trying to keep it nice and smooth, nice and tight, but High Voltage shows the experience right there, coming through, taking it nice and tight with a little bit of momentum. High Voltage goes down. There goes Grandpa Stanley in P1 right now. Coming around, High Voltage trying to come back after this one. Grandpa Stanley coming down and around, and we have Grandpa Stanley P1 takes the first stage, followed by High Voltage. Squirkit trying to figure out what's going on with their drone as we have Shy Dragon going down, finishing this out, going down the cascading staircase. Oh, Squirkit having a little bit of fumble up. Do not line of sight while other pilots are flying. And we have Shy Dragon in P3. So we have Grandpa Stanley taking the first ace, followed by High Voltage in P2. P3 goes to Shy Dragon. And P4 goes to Squirkit. All right, pilots. Going to be a 2-minute countdown. We can take, since y'all are ready, we can take the full 2 minutes. All right, remember, while you're at it, go ahead and like, follow, and subscribe. We will be live next Thursday for our race number 4 in our regular season before playoffs of our Sim Series 2023. That is next Thursday, 6 p.m. Central is when we will be live streaming next. All right, pilots. How is it looking? Are you good, Squirkit? Okay. All right, go ahead and plug in, pilots. All right. Right now with an ace, we have Grandpa Stanley in the black frame. Then we have High Voltage in the clear frame. Shy Dragon in pastel pink, and Squirket in the blue frame. Grandpa Stanley gets another ace, we call it. It's up to Shy Dragon, High Voltage, or Squirket to take that ace away. Top 3 pilots move on. Here we go, pilots. I got 1, I got 2, I got 3, and I got 4 thumbs. Here we go. Pilots, arm your quads. Here we go, on the tone in less than 5. Boop. And we're off. This time, ooh, High Voltage gets a whole shot. But Grandpa Stanley takes P1. P2 right now is High Voltage. Then it looks like Squirket P3 and Shy Dragon in P4. We will find out as they come through the massacre of the Mid-Air Central. And we have High Voltage in the lead right now, followed by Squirket and Grandpa Stanley. Oh, going side by side. Opening up the door, we still have Grandpa Stanley in P2. Squirket missing a gate, but Grandpa Stanley going down. Is it enough for Squirket to catch up? Let's find out. Squirket takes P2 over Grandpa Stanley. Right now we have High Voltage P1. Oh, has a little bit of a fumble up there. Who's going to make it out first? We have High Voltage P1. Right now between Squirket and Grandpa Stanley. Squirket P2. Grandpa Stanley P3. Here comes High Voltage. With the final lap to go, final lap. Grandpa Stanley overtakes Squirket. Shy Dragon right there catching up. All comes down to this, pilots. Going around, and we have right now P1 by a hair is High Voltage. Oh, here we go. Who's it going to be? Grandpa Stanley takes another ace. That means we call it. Grandpa Stanley moves on to the B main. Looking like High Voltage who took P2. So that was Grandpa Stanley P1. Then it was Shy Dragon P2, Squirket P3, and High Voltage P4. Give me a second here, pilots. If you hurry up now. All right. We're going to do a couple minute countdown here, but moving on right now, I will give you your channel assignments here in a second, pilots. Moving on to take on Eclipse in the B main. We have Grandpa Stanley. The next one moving on with 5 points is Shy Dragon. The third and final pilot moving on only separates them by a point. The pilot moving on has 6 points. The pilot that gets eliminated has 7 points. That pilot that is moving on is High Voltage. Goes up into the B main. All right. High voltage, high voltage. Go to E6, E6 high voltage. So we have no other channel changes. We should have Eclipse F7, Grandpa Stanley F2, Shy Dragon E2, and high voltage E6. Three pilots will be taking on Eclipse from the tiny turbines. Sitting out for a while, we will see between Eclipse and Viper if their fingers are getting cold or if they've been keeping them warm by sitting out too long. Or will one of these other pilots be too tired from all these flying all these batteries back to back to back? We are about to find out. We are the YDSC, the Youth Drone Sports Championships. If you're looking to fly, go to fly.youthdronesports.org. That's fly.youthdronesports.org for more information. Go ahead, create a free account, click on that Discord link, come on into our very moderated Discord, and we can help you out from there. Once again, my name is Sour Power. You can reach out directly or in our general chat, or you can just go ahead and send us an email out as well. We are also powered by LeagueOS. That is LeagueOS. If you have an esports league or looking to create one, go to leagueos.gg, click on that Discord link, and they will be able to help you out, get you up and running. We are also sponsored by NCAT, the National Center for Autonomous Technologies. Right here, hosted live. We are here live from Washburn High School. All right, pilots. Got high voltage, Shy Dragon, Grandpa Stanley, and Eclipse. In the B main, we are doing a Chase the Ace. That is first pilot 2 wins. Then we add them up, we move on. They do not have to be in order. All right, pilots. All right. All right, pilots. Here we go, trying to give a little bit of an easy break to some of these pilots. However, we are on a tight schedule. We got 2 more to go. Then we have some team racing right afterwards. This year it is team racing, all team racing, and it will not be classified as school racing. So in case you are wondering, yes, schools will fly together, but that will also be able to include through team versus team racing, especially for state. That's going to include all wild cards, which are any pilots who are part of a school but do not have a team. They will get into a bracket and a pool on their own. Also, that also will include any type of teams that are Hold on one quick second. Please do not walk behind the pilots. All right. That's going to include teams from whether it's a community center, rec center, Girl Scouts, Boy Scouts, anything out there. We will help you build your dynasty. Here we go, pilots. I've got Grandpa Stanley from Washburn with the black frame. Shy Dragon from the Tiny Turbines. Also, I have High Voltage in the black frame. And black frame, red canopy. And then Eclipse, who qualified P2 overall in the B main with the magenta frame. I am taking photographic memory of these because 2 with the black frame and 2 slightly off. So if I mess up where you're at, that's okay. We go on. Don't listen to me as we go. Goggles down, thumbs up, pilots. I've got 1. I've got 2. I've got 3. Just waiting on a little bit of a change here, making sure all these pilots have clear video. Did you try doing a power cycle? You should not be. That's why I went through the channel changes. So just to be clear, to go over this one more time before we start flying here, we have Eclipse F7, Grandpa Stanley F2, we got Shy Dragon E2, and High Voltage E6. Those are the channels. What channel are you? F2? Who's F2? Grandpa Stanley? Grandpa Stanley, can you change to E6? Because if you're on that channel, if you two want to unplug, go for it. Normally we don't take this long, however, we're just getting these channels. Something's going on here. All right, so we're going to try this. So Grandpa Stanley is going to be on E6, High Voltage F2. All right, E6 for Grandpa Stanley, F2 for High Voltage. There's a little bit of a video issue going on. We want all these pilots to have clear video when flying. So yeah, just keep the quads unplugged. I promise we will go ASAP here. One minute countdown, 1 minute countdown. Good. All right, go ahead and plug in, pilots. Go ahead and plug in, sit down. Give me those goggles down, thumbs up as soon as you're seated, and we are going to rock and roll. Going to find out who of these three pilots are going to be the top three that move on to take on Viper in the Haymain in a super chase. Right now, we only have a regular chase, the ace, that is the first pilot. To 2 wins, we add them up and move on. Is it going to be Shy Dragon, Eclipse, High Voltage, or Grandpa Stanley? Goggles down, thumbs up, pilots. I got 1, I got 2, I got 3, and I got 4. All right, here we go, pilots. Pilots, arm your quads. Here we go, on the tone in less than 5. Boop. And we're off. High Voltage with a whole shot, followed by... Ooh, they are all side by side right now. Looking like we're having a little bit of issues there at the starting pad. Coming around. Going down. Who's coming out? We got High Voltage. Followed by Grandpa Stanley, but High Voltage goes down. Oh, Grandpa Stanley has a little bit of an issue. Puts High Voltage back in P1. P2 goes to High Voltage. And Shy Dragon P3. Eclipse having a little bit of issues. Trying to see if they can get up and going. So right now, High Voltage. Oh, Grandpa Stanley having some issues. Trying to keep it nice and smooth. Remember, top three. So we got High Voltage trying to keep it through the cascading downward staircase. Couple gates. And oh, commentators curse, and they go down and flip back over. And here comes Shy Dragon P2. Here comes Grandpa Stanley P3. Eclipse having some issues. Went back to try to repair their quad. So High Voltage still in P1. P2 is Shy Dragon, but Grandpa Stanley is catching up as they are both there. Only a few gates to go for High Voltage. Oh, commentators curse again. Flips on their lid, flips back over. And High Voltage P1 takes the first stage, followed by Grandpa Stanley, and here comes Shy Dragon P3, putting Eclipse in P4. All right, pilots, 2 minute countdown, 2 minute countdown. Remember, it's all about not finishing in last. Do not finish in last. So right now, we have High Voltage with an ace. It's up to Eclipse, Shy Dragon, or Grandpa Stanley to have this thing go on. All right, pilots, go ahead and plug in. Let's go. If High Voltage gets another ace, we call it. We add up the points. But if Shy Dragon, Eclipse, or Grandpa Stanley grabs an ace, we go on. Here we go, pilots. Goggles down, thumbs up. I got 1, I got 2, I got 3, and I got 4. I got 4 thumbs. Let me know that there's good video. Here we go, pilots. Pilots, arm your quads. Here we go, on the tone in less than 5. Boop. And we're off. That time we have Eclipse with the whole shot, followed by High Voltage, but High Voltage quickly in first. Eclipse trying to make work to come back, so this way High Voltage, gets smashed into the gate, coming through the midair section. Who is going to come out? And we got High Voltage P1. High Voltage coming down. Having a little bit of a mix-up, but here comes Shy Dragon. Grandpa Stanley on their lid. High Voltage P1. But right now we have Eclipse P2. Eclipse P2. Grandpa Stanley having some issues. Eclipse sounding like a prop going out, but that's all right. Coming on through. Grandpa Stanley having some issues this time around, and we have High Voltage. High Voltage in first. Then it's looking like, we'll find out, looking like, Eclipse loses it all the way in the back burners, back in the moat in the abyss. Can they come back out, or are they stuck? We will find out. As we come around, it looks like Shy Dragon P2, P3 Grandpa Stanley. Coming around, here comes High Voltage goes down on their lid, giving these pilots enough time to catch up as Shy and Grandpa Stanley almost get into it. Looking like Eclipse may be down for the count back there in the abyss, but here comes High Voltage for the second ace. High Voltage moves on to the A main. Who's going to be next? Will it be Shy Dragon? Will it be Grandpa Stanley? Grandpa Stanley moves on. And that will put Shy Dragon. Shy Dragon moves on to take on Viper in the Super Chase A mains. Go ahead, pick up your quads. Get ready to go. Let me go ahead and get channel assignments, and then we'll get ready to rock and roll. All right. All pilots, no channel changes. Viper F7, Grandpa Stanley E6, Shy Dragon E2, and 4.35 is going to be on F2. For those of you drone nerds like us out there, will get that reference. .35. All right, pilots. Viper here, looking a little nervous, taking on these next pilots. Are his fingers cold? Is his nerves up? Or will he be able to control it? We will find out in just a few minutes. As soon as we get these other pilots over. They walk slow, they eat slow, but they are fast when they do fly. If you watch any drone race out there, even when you go up to like multi-GP events, watch the faster pilots. They walk like they have lead in their shoes, and they take forever. But when they sit in the seat with those goggles down, those thumbs up, they are cruising at high pace. All right, here's the other two pilots. All right, nobody changes. You're good, 4.35. Had to say it again because you are here now. That's your nickname, 4.35. All right, here we go. We have Grandpa Stanley from Washburn with the black frame in the A main, taking on High Voltage from St. Louis Park with the clear frame, who is taking on Shy Dragon in the pastel pink frame from the Tiny Turbines. And qualified P1, all these pilots are taking on from Apple Valley Viper. We will see first pilot to 3 wins. We will add it up. All right, pilots, here we go. Goggles down, thumbs up. I got 1, I got 2, I got 3, and I got 4. I got 4 thumbs. Pilots, arm your quads. Here we go, on the tone in less than 5. Boop, and we're off. We have Viper barely with the whole shot over High Voltage. High Voltage going back and forth between Grandpa Stanley and Shy Dragon right now. It looks like Grandpa Stanley in P3, Shy Dragon in P4. Viper P1. We got High Voltage not far behind in P2 right now. We got Viper, Voltage. Then we have Grandpa Stanley coming around. Oh, Voltage goes down. And now this puts Grandpa Stanley in P2. Voltage having a little bit of issues. Viper just cruising around right now. And we have Shy Dragon coming around in P4. Oh, it looks like Grandpa Stanley is down and caught into the ever-rolling log abyss in the back of the midair section. Meanwhile, here comes High Voltage. And High Voltage goes down. Here comes Viper. And Viper takes the first ace. Here comes High Voltage in P2. And we'll see. It's looking like Grandpa Stanley is stuck. It's all about up to Shy to finish out the cascading staircase all the way through these last couple of gates here. And Shy in P3, which puts Grandpa Stanley P4. So Viper taking the first ace. Viper P1, High Voltage P2, Shy Dragon P3, and Grandpa Stanley P4. First pilot to 3 wins. Go grab your quads, unplug them, get that battery back in. Go ahead and plug them in, pilots. As this epic blade-to-blade battle goes on. Right now we have Viper with an ace. We need High Voltage, Shy Dragon, or Grandpa Stanley to grab an ace. All right, pilots. Goggles down, thumbs up. I got 1, I got 2, I got 3, and I got 4. Here we go, pilots. Pilots, arm your quads. Here we go, on the tone in less than 5. Boop, and we're off. And Viper barely with the whole shot over High Voltage. Finding out Shy Dragon right now in P3, Grandpa Stanley in P4. High Voltage cruising around. Has Viper and High Voltage going back and forth, but Viper comes out of that. But here comes High Voltage P1. So Viper P1, High Voltage P2. Then we have now Grandpa Stanley P3, but Shy not far behind. Ooh, Voltage having a little bit of issues. Moving Grandpa Stanley up. And here comes Shy Dragon. Right now we got Viper. Viper trying to keep the lead with 1 lap to go. We got Viper in P1. It all comes down to 2, 3, 4. Or if Viper messes up. So here comes High Voltage, Grandpa Stanley. Oh, Grandpa Stanley goes down. Voltage goes down. Grandpa Stanley having another, but Viper takes the second ace. Here comes Grandpa Stanley and High Voltage going through. Shy Dragon right now in 4th. But it's all about the mayhem. The Midtown mayhem back there. as we are going around. Who's going to come out of this one? So far, it's Grandpa Stanley, followed by High Voltage this time. Here comes only a couple gates for Grandpa Stanley, P2. Here comes, Voltage goes down. Little commentator's curse, and here comes Voltage in P3. And we have Shy Dragon finishing it out on the cascading staircase. And Shy Dragon in P4. So we have Viper with 2 aces right now. Then we have Grandpa Stanley in P2. High Voltage P3 and Shy Dragon P4. All right, pilots. Shake it off. Take some deep breaths. If Viper gets one more ace, we call it. It is up to Shy Dragon, High Voltage, or Grandpa Stanley to take an ace away from Viper. Here we go, pilots. Get those batteries plugged in. Viper. But this time the key is Viper will be flying up with his transmitter upside down on his lap this time. His pitch will actually be throttle. All right, pilots. Will someone dethrone Viper? Here we go, pilots. Goggles down, thumbs up. 1, I got 2, I got 3, and I got 4. Could this be it, or will we go on? Let's find out as this epic blade-to-blade A-main final goes on. Shy Dragon in pastel pink. We have in all clear, we have High Voltage. In the clear with black canopy, we have Viper. And all black, we have Grandpa Stanley. Here we go, pilots. Pilots, arm your quads. Here we go, on the tone in less than 5. Boop. And we're off. Viper with a whole shot followed by High Voltage. Then we have Grandpa Stanley and Shy Dragon. But Shy Dragon quickly overtakes Grandpa Stanley on that. Voltage goes down there for a second. Anything can happen. Let's see who comes out. Viper P1. See who comes out in P2 after this little bit of mayhem. We have right now... We have Shy in second. Oh, midair between High Voltage and Grandpa Stanley. Shy getting a little bit of clear in P2 right now. We got High Voltage P3. Grandpa Stanley P4. High Voltage having some issues with their drone. Oh, another midair between Grandpa Stanley and High Voltage. Shy just taking her time, trying to keep it nice and smooth. Viper trying to come around, and Viper takes your 3rd ace and overall champion for the day. Now it's up to 2nd, 3rd, and 4th. We could have a race-off depending on how this one goes, because High Voltage overtakes Shy Dragon. And High Voltage still in P2. Here comes Grandpa Stanley in P4, not that far behind Shy Dragon in P3. It all comes down to this. Midair Central. They are all hitting gates all over the place. They don't know where to go. And we got Voltage not far behind is Grandpa Stanley. Only a couple gates to go. Here comes Grandpa Stanley right behind, but High Voltage takes P2. Grandpa Stanley hits a few gates, and P3 to Grandpa Stanley. Coming in, only a few gates for Shy Dragon and Shy Dragon P4. But let's go ahead and add those up. Ooh, the points were close. I thought we were going to have a race off, but we do not. All right. So taking 4th overall today with 11 points is Shy Dragon. 3rd overall with 9 points is Grandpa Stanley. With only 2 points ahead, taking P2 overall is High Voltage. And your champion for the day is Viper. Congratulations. Huge round of applause to all these pilots. Amazing, awesome flying. All right. I am going to be seeing all pilots front and center. All pilots front and center. Go ahead, turn off your transmitters, your goggles, and your drones. You can put them on the chair right now. We're going to go ahead and we are going to do a little something, and then we're going to get ready for team racing. It's okay. You can come over here. Yeah, no, I mean like center here. Not yet. All right. Come on over here. Nope. You're part of this. Yeah, Boomer. Everybody. All 8 pilots. Don't be lazy. Come on. All right, we're gonna start off here. We're just gonna go down the line here. All right. So, can you go back and forth? We only have one microphone for now, right? Yes. Okay, great. That's fine. We're gonna do this. All right. So, I just want you to say something to your fellow fans out there. Say, anything to your fellow pilots. How the race went. Go ahead. We will start with Squirkit.
Well, the race had countless technical issues. Too much confusion. Well, there was so many technical issues apparently throughout all the drones, and I did not expect to do as good as I did.
Good. You're good. You did awesome flying today. Huge round of applause. That is Squirkit right there. Amazing flying. All these pilots have to go through so much with all of their drone issues today. So, up next, yeah, you're last. So, up next, and it's in no order of how you finish, we're going to start with Eclipse. Eclipse, how was it fighting through all of your technical issues today?
I was mostly fighting through other people's technical issues. So, average day.
Anything you want to...
Y'all get backup drones.
Yes, start saving for backup drones. All right. And I know coming back after not flying for a while, did absolutely amazing. Technical issues, brand new drone to get used to. This is Boomer from Highland Park. Boomer, amazing flying. How did you like the course, even though you had drone issues?
Yeah, the course was amazing. Really simple, really great. Amazing course to get back into. I just want to say thank you, Eclipse, for allowing me to borrow your drone for the day and your gear. It helped. Thank you. I would not be flying if it wasn't.
Huge shout out. That's Boomer from Highland Park. Boomer, remember to reach out. We're going to get you up and going. Then we are going to go next. Shy Dragon. Amazing flying. How was the race? How was the course for you today while trying to do all production at the same time?
I thought it was pretty good. I did my whole pre-flight check yesterday, so I knew that everything would work today. I recommend doing that. So I feel like I had a pretty good race. No technical issues.
Nice. Yeah, you did awesome against some really, really fast pilots. If you need to do production stuff, that is fine. Eclipse and everybody else who I already interviewed, if you want to start, keep the flags up and those 2 main gates. Everything else can go bye-bye. All right, Grandpa Stanley, having a few issues, fighting through. How was that pressure for you today?
Well, I woke up and I didn't really feel like getting out of bed at a time. On a Saturday, I'm like, oh my God, I don't want to get out of bed at 8:30. But coming here, I found out it's well worth it. I thought all the pilots put up a good fight, made it really fun, and forward to coming back.
Hey, at least you got up to a drone race today and didn't have to come here for, what are they doing, the ACTs? Like ACTs and preps and all of that stuff. At least you came to do some drone flying and not that stuff. Awesome flying. So, coming back after a long, long wait. Long time away. We have high voltage. How was the race? Under pressure, coming back, and how did you like the course?
Oh, I absolutely loved the course today. I got to say, it is amazing to be able to come back and fly again with all these amazing pilots and amazing people. Thank you so much to be able to come back and be able to throw up an amazing course like this and just be able to fly and have some fun with some amazing pilots. It was a lot of fun.
Also, coming back, before I move on to you, Viper, this is a question for both of you. How did it feel, again, as one of the longest rivalries going on, even though it wasn't technically a rivalry here today, but St. Louis Park versus Apple Valley, how did that feel?
I gotta say, it's probably one of the most awesome things to have old pilots coming back. So it's always fun to see them again and be able to see what they're up to going to college and stuff nowadays.
I got to say, Apple Valley to St. Louis Park, the old rivalry, it'll never change. There's always those 2 butting heads from our 2 original schools. It's always fun to race against anybody Apple Valley. It's always a blast.
Yeah, they're an amazing group of pilots, and we love to have. It's just a friendly rivalry going on. But for those of you watching out there, and you know who you are, I have to ask this to these 2 pilots here. Did anyone bring the egg? Nobody brought the egg. All right. Ooh. So, St. Louis Park. You need to sneak into Apple Valley if you want to get it back. Just kidding. Don't do anything illegal. All right, Viper. Do you have anything to say to fellow fans, peers, pilots?
I don't have a whole lot to say today. I'm just happy that my drone worked and I didn't break anything like last week. Board died last night, so I was happy to be able to get it working and able to make it here today.
Nice. Awesome flying pilots. All right. If you can give us just a couple of minutes, we're going to do a quick dress change, and then we'll be back in less than 5 minutes. If you have us on the stream, like as we're doing it, it's fine. All right, pilots. All right, so some of you may have recognized this. I got 2, 4, 6 pilots here. And those 6 are going to be the ones that are racing. We're going to do team racing. And I'm going to choose the teams this time. What you are going to do is you are going to go ahead and start there. You probably recognize this. You go through the start finish. And then you're going to be doing a figure 8. So when you come through, you're going to come on that side. So, yeah. Yep. Around. Because then you'll come through this way. Please don't stand in the middle. And then come through, and that is 1 lap. Here's the kicker. We're doing it line of sight. 20 laps per team. I'm just kidding. We're doing FPV for this one. All right. So, you're going to be paired up. You are going to go first to 20 laps. You can either have one pilot fly the whole entire time and the other pilot will change the batteries. Or you can each split up the laps. But you either, if both pilots fly, each pilot has to do at least 7 laps. So if one did 13, one did 7, that is okay. Or you can have one fly 20 and the other one just count and change batteries. Make sense? What? We're just doing 20. Then you have to do 20 laps. If not, you break it up, but one pilot has to do 7. So it's all, the reason I'm throwing this in here is it's just fun. It's just for fun. It's not for points. Otherwise, we'd legit do it 2 pilots, no 1 pilot. But this gets a little bit outside of your thinking caps, okay? Because I'm doing everything. All right, so. Top 3 pilots from today, raise your hand. Guess what? You are the captains. However, for Boomer, Eclipse, and Squirkit, it comes down to fate. Are you ready to roll the dice? All right. This is no money involved, so we're going to do a little something funsies here. All right, since you finished 1, 2, 3, I'm going to give you first choice of, hold on. Hold on, I need to purchase something. All right. So, the pilot that gets the number closest, as you can see, my hand is off, so I can't change it. You'll choose a number between 1 and 50. No. It's going to be between, Viper's going to get the first choice, then it's going to be High Voltage, and then it's going to be Grandpa Stanley. So, Viper, 1 through 50. Pick a number. Okay. 1 through 50, High Voltage. I'll take 1, Bob. I'll take 1. 6, 7, and 8. All right, so stand in line this way. So 1, 2, 3, because you were the closest number. I'm not going to do this all day like I do with the quad camp. You were just a couple numbers off. All right, so now we're going to do it again. So first, second, third. No. All right, so now between Boomer, Eclipse, and Squirkit, a number 1 through 50. Let's go Boomer. Oh my Lanta. So 25 or 4. You had 25, 24, and 47. Okay, so you are first, second, third. So here's how it goes. Closest 1 to 7. You think I was going to keep it up there, huh? No. I change it up. So, no. Oh, yeah. You are the closest, so you two go together. You are next, so your dreams come true, and you get to fly with Viper. And then we have Squirkit with Grandpa Stanley. Because I'm switching things up. This is the only chance because that would be the only chance that you had a chance to fly with Viper. All of you are great pilots, so I can't do really the 2-tier. So go get your quads, let's go fly. Talk with your team. Remember, if you're not flying, you're changing batteries. All right, pilots. Let's get ready. Let's plug them in. You got to land on the table. What? There's a big table right there. You land on the table. The other pilot changes you out. And make sure that other pilot that is not flying is also counting the laps. Because if you miscount or you forget to count, even being ahead, and another pilot counts, all right. You cannot catch the drones either. They have to be landed on the table. All right, pilots. Go ahead, arm them, get them ready on the... You have to land on the table. What? Yes, you have to be disarmed. You have to be on the table, disarmed, before the pilot changing the battery can change the battery because of safety. So you cannot catch it and throw it down. It has to be landed on the table, and you have to unplug. Yeah, just land on the table and disarm. If you slide off of the table and land under the table, your partner team pilot cannot pick up your drone. So you're going this way, and then it's a figure 8. Just like this. Watch Eclipse. I'll let you know if you're doing it wrong. Yep. Just like Thursday night. And you're going to do that 20 times. 20 times. Yeah, so you're coming out this way. So it's going to be like this first. So you're going to be on, after you come out, you're on the left side. Yep. Yep. Yes. Yes. It's just a figure 8. That's all it is. 20 times. Yes, it should. This is actually the reason I'm doing it this way too, and for fun, and the way I'm having it structured, kind of getting y'all a little bit ready for relays as well too. We're not doing relays for state, but I need to get y'all started to get ready for next year. Next year's big. Everything matters 4 points. That is how everything is going to be qualified. 4 points and participation. No MTS for that anymore. Except for this year. Except for this year, this spring. Don't take that as I said no. You still qualify for nationals and state through MTS this year. All right. Go ahead, plug them in. Plug them in, pilots. I may or may not be walking through the course nonchalantly, too. Wait, did I say that out loud? Oopsies. No, you just leave them on the table. They can, pilots can take off from the table. All right, here we go, pilots. Goggles down, thumbs up. I got 1, 2, 3. Good to go? Here we go. Pilots, arm your quads. Here we go, on the tone in less than 5. Boop, and we're off. We got a whole shot followed by a whole shot. All these pilots going crazy, going neck and neck. They have no idea where to go. It is just mayhem out here. 3 pilots, 6 pilots, 3 drones. Who knows? Round and round they go, just like little fireflies flying in there. I wish I had the ability to shut off the lights right now. They fly in darkness as the madness continues. Eclipse, Team Eclipse and Team Viper, they didn't come up with any names, are side by side. Oh, heaven. Some mess ups. It's a first to 20 laps. First to 20 laps. We'll take home the Fun Fly team win. Here we go. You never know. You never know when things are going to change on this course. to come in for a pit stop now. Everybody has to come in for a pit stop now. Fly on the whim, on the whim, on the whim. Change those batteries, change those batteries. Same course, same course. Go, go, go. Same course, same course. You never know what's going to happen out here. I need you to be ready for the unexpected. Yeah, it looks a little different. Got to go wide, got to go wide. Get used to it, get used to it. Anything could happen. Still figure 8. Here we go. Here we go. All right, next time, need another pit stop, pit stop, pit stop. Change the batteries, change the batteries. Change the batteries. You got to land on the table. Can't catch them. Got to get them out, get them out, get them out, get them out. Hurry up, hurry up, hurry up. Get on the table, get on the table, get on the table. Disarm, disarm, go, go, go. Go, hurry up, hurry up, hurry up, hurry up. Hurry up, who's going to be? Everybody's changed except for Eclipse. Here we go. Oh, we got Viper off. Oh, there we go, Grandpa Sadley. Uh-oh. Something's going on, something's going on. You never know what's going to happen here. Never know. And we got Viper and Boomer finishing it off. Who is it going to be next? After the craziness. Here we go. Who is it going to be? Who's it going to be? Ooh, and Eclipse and High Voltage, followed by Grandpa Stanley and Squirkit. All right, that was a little bit of fun. One more quick thing. Everybody grab a drone. Go ahead and go ahead and just grab batteries, your transmitter, and your drone. We are not going to need our goggles. Go ahead, put your goggles away. Put them away. All right, pilots. We are going to do a 3-minute round. How many pilots I got? I got 1, 2, 3. Tell them to hurry up so we can get this last part done. You can just put them in the front part of the back of the All right, so I got 4. Wait, thought I had 5. There's 5. Clips is somewhere. I should have 6 pilots because this would make it perfect. Boomer, go grab a drone. Go grab a drone. Grab a drone. I need an extra pilot. What? You don't have to work here. Just grab a drone. That's all I got out of that. Go grab a drone. Go grab a drone. Go grab a drone. Eclipse, do you have a drone for Boomer by chance? Oh, okay. Go ahead and grab that drone. It works. Hey, you got to fly with Viper the way I did things, so you're flying this. All right. So we're going to change things up a little bit. I'm taking Viper. Viper, you are going to go with Squirkit and Grandpa Stanley, and Boomer's coming over here. 3v3. You don't need goggles, by the way. No goggles needed. You're going to be on the team with High Voltage and also Eclipse. All right, pilots. Come on, walk over here. No goggles needed, just drone, battery. We're going to do a 3-minute round. What you are going to do on each side is you are going to be putting your drones here. I'm going to move this cord and kind of be out the way. So, the rest of 3 of you are going to be on this white line. You cannot move from the white line. I'll explain here in a second. Same with the black line for your drones over here, and then the white line for the pilots. You will have 3v3. 3 minutes. 3 minutes to hold the longest on the table. 1 drone can score, while the other 2 can go ahead and play defense. You see this right here? You have to land in there in order for it to have points. Yep. You can knock this off, though. Then I pick it up. I pick it up, yeah. You fly line of sight. All right. So, all right, you 3 over there. It's going to be all 3 going at once. 1 can try to go in for the score, or all 3 can, or you can have 1 try to score and 2 defense. All right. I have no idea what all these notes are in here. In my pockets. All right, let's see here. Let's get our timer going. Go ahead and line up your drones. Go ahead and plug them in. Yes. It's 3 minutes. You'll be fine. All right. Here we go, pilots. Here, can you move the that drone and I'll move the cord? Yeah. This way it's out the way. All right. Here we go, pilots. In 3, 2, 1. And we are off. Who is it going to be? Oh, we got one in. We got one in. You can push him out. You can push him out. Oh, we got 2 in. 2 there for the longest time. Voltage and Viper. Voltage and Viper. Voltage and Viper. Oh! Gets him out. Who's going to stay there the longest? Right now, we got a little bit of a tie. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Who's it going to be? Right now, we got Boomer sitting in there. Uh-oh. Now we got Viper. Boomer for longer. Boomer for longer. Oh, get popped out. So right now, Boomer Voltage and... Oh, Boomer back in it. Boomer Voltage in Eclipse, but there's Squirkit in there. Who's in there? Oh, so far we have Voltage, Boomer, and Eclipse in the lead. Got a few to go. Still got 1:50, pilots. 1:50. Who's going to be in there? Up. Squirkit for Viper, Squirkit, and Grandpa Stanley. Okay. Try to land on top. There we go. There we go. Voltage on top. Right now, they're still in the lead. Voltage Eclipse. So it's all about trying to get that quad out. You might want to try some turtle maneuvers, Squirkit. Try to get them out. Or somebody else try to bump off Voltage. Because right now, they have about a 3-second advantage. And we still have 1:11 to go. 1:11 to go, pilots. Still 3-second. As long as high voltage is just chilling on there, they still have a 3-second advantage over Viper, Squirkit, and Grandpa Stanley. It counts, kind of, but you're not really like in the top. Oh, 3, 2, 1. We got 35 seconds. Right now, they caught up. You got to get them out. Right now, they have an 8, 9, 10-second advantage. Got to try to get them out. Come on, Boomer, Eclipse, and high voltage. And it is not enough time as we go 3, 2, 1. It is off. We have Viper, Squirkit, and Grandpa Stanley that takes it by about 11 seconds. I just had to do something really small to get you all to land in there. Only if you have the golden snitch. Yeah, you didn't even want to fly, and now you want to fly, huh? Yeah, it's in your blood. All right. We are going to wrap it up here at Washburn. Thank you, everybody, for coming out, for watching. Huge shout out to Washburn High School for hosting here. We'll be here 2 Saturdays from now. Huge shout out to Dragon's Eye Media, with Shy Dragon flying and doing production along with Gabe. We also, huge shout out to 4.35, also known as High Voltage, and Eclipse for race managing and racing at the same time. Amazing flying pilots today. I am Sour Power with the YDSC 2023 Soaring Spring Season. We will see you next week at 6 p.m. Central Standard Time for our next sim race, race number 4. Y'all have a wonderful weekend, and we will see you soon.